Wow, I mean, Tom Hanks, amongst the many celebs that have paid tribute, Tom Hanks. Yeah, he just says, Sam Rubin, you were missed, a good guy, that Sam. It sounded like Woody was shouting out his name at the end.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, you can see why he was loved by so many people looking back at all those amazing clips.
And someone that knew all too well just how special Sam was as a reporter and as a friend is LA correspondent Ross King, who joins us this morning. Good morning, Ross. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Such a sad time.
It is such a sad time. Thanks for joining us this morning. It was such a shock, I think, to everybody.
Oh, completely. I was actually in Las Vegas at the time, and when the news came through, and again, you saw the report and you thought, no, this just can't be true. And I'd been with Sam at the Oscars just a couple of months ago, and we chatted as we always did, and we were great pals. I was so lucky that when I joined KTLA myself, we worked together for 6 years, and he was so helpful and insightful. He was the local boy, so anything you wanted to know about Hollywood, he could certainly tell you. And within the business as well, that we'd have these chats where he would say to me, and Kat, this about American television, he would say, Ross, they all seem very friendly, but let me tell you, they would eat their young. And I always thought
He's not far
it
off.
was such a good bit of advice. It was a good bit of advice. I know that mischievous, he would try and get you to do the most outrageous things and try and get you in trouble and then go, not my fault. But he had that wealth of experience, which is so rare in the business sometimes. And, as you guys know, sometimes we all have to tap dance on the red carpet because you have no idea what's happening or who's coming next, and you don't know who some of these people are. And Tam could do that. He had an absolute art.
I think the other thing, Ross, that you know very well, that I've done it as well, is when you end up doing those junket interviews, which you might get 4 minutes in America, you maybe get 7 minutes here. It's very transient. You're in and out very quickly. There's 23 different or 80 interviews that some of these showbiz, these actors and actresses might have to do. And you get that sense, when you saw Tom Hanks talking about him so warmly, that he really left an impression on the A-listers that he interviewed.
Yeah, he certainly did. And also that wonderful thing that KTLA, the most watched morning show in Los Angeles. So the stars would wake up to the show. And at one point, I was doing the entertainment on the nightly show. He was on the morning show. And, our paths would cross. I'd fill in for him sometimes. And, you would realise that, of course, these stars were actually watching the show. And that was one thing that Sam said to me when I joined. He said, just be careful what you say on air. And it did happen. I remember one time coming off air and then somebody said, oh, yeah, Julia Roberts has said this. And I was like, oh, what her PR? They went, no, Julia Roberts called in. And that's what it was like. And they saw Sam as a great friend. And he was just a lovely man. I was lucky last year to go back onto KTLA, and I was promoting a book, and he welcomed me back, and he always wanted to do things differently, which is what I always loved. And when I got back, he said, right, let's do this skit where you've locked me in the dressing room, and you go out and you do my entertainment report, and I will come back and I'll look annoyed and all that stuff. So he loved. It was that sense of fun that I just loved about Sam. Plus, with that incredible knowledge and, as I said, that experience. And I still can't. I get lost for words at times. He's just a lovely man.
I think as well, you're right, he has the knowledge, he has the know-how, but it's also the fact that as you watch him, and it doesn't make any difference whether it's Kermit the Frog or Tom Hanks, you can just see how much he really, truly enjoyed what he did and how much he loved it.
It's so true, Kat. And this is what seems strange, and I was thinking about this on the way into the studio here in New York. I thought, Sam would have loved this, and I hope, Sammy, you're looking down and seeing how much love there is for you, because it's remarkable. And Sam loved being Sam, and he loved being on camera, and he was loved. And I think that I just hope he can see it. I hope he can see the love that he's got from the industry. That people are talking about him so much, that it's making such big news. And again, the outpouring of grief from people within the industry and those stars that loved him as well. So Sammy would have loved this.
Ross, we've got some of those tributes here because it really is testament to who he was and how much of an impact he had on those celebrities that they've come out to share some of these thoughts. Jamie Lee Curtis: there was no one more enthusiastic about his job than Sam Rubin. I've known Sam for most of my career. He had a light in his eyes early morning as he started his daily work. Out of all the people that I've known throughout my career, he was one of the happiest for my success. He's a great example to us all.
And going back to what you said, and some of these Hollywood actors and actresses, sometimes they're doing it all day, talking. Ryan Reynolds says, even if I was on my 85th interview that day, I was always happy to see Sam. Even if he was on his 85th interview, he always brought genuine kindness, curiosity, and an outside-the-box question.
Ben Stiller, so sad and sorry to hear of Sam Rubin's passing, consummate pro. I did my first interview with him in something like 1993, countless times over the years. He loved actors and movies. He made everyone feel comfortable. It was always fun and easy. He was an institution. We have lost him way too soon. Sending love to his family.
Reese Witherspoon, a wonderful man who made so many people smile. Sam, you will always be remembered with fondness.
Viola Davis, R.I.P. Sam Rubin. Your professionalism was unmatched by your kindness and humanity. I will miss your presence on the red carpet. God bless your loved ones. Godspeed.
William Shatner, condolences to the family of Sam Rubin.
I mean, Ross, when you look at that and you hear those, and there's plenty that we haven't said as well, you just understand the legacy that Hollywood Sam, as he was known, is leaving.
Absolutely, it's an incredible legacy, and you know his kindness as well. At times, when I left KTLA, he was the one who actually threw the leaving party for me, and I was like, Sam, this is just so kind of you. And he was like, no, I'm just making sure you're leaving, you know. And that was always the great thing about him. There was that mischievous glint in his eye, which I absolutely loved. And you know, I'm going to miss it so much, and I know everyone. I've spoken to a couple of his colleagues there at KTLA, and it's a devastating loss. He will be remembered so well, so fondly, and all the accolades that are coming out now are so well deserved.
And then one of his colleagues actually said the role he treasured most was father, husband. How are his family, Ross?
I mean, they're obviously just, you know, completely devastated. I believe that his son will possibly be speaking on KTLA later on today. But, you know, our thoughts go out to Leslie and the children. I just can't begin to imagine what they're going through. And again, it was just that shock, you know, that on Thursday he was there on air being Sam as usual. And then Friday morning he was gone, and that's the shock. And again, I think it's that call to everyone, which is the DM has to be carpied, and nobody carpied the DM like Sam did in his career.
I think that's a brilliant tribute, Ross. Thank you so much for joining us. You know, it's an emotional time.
Thanks,
on a
guys.
day when usually you'd be celebrating with your good mate Lorraine on her BAFTA success. It's just testament, isn't it, and reflection that how short life can be. You have to grab these moments and make the best of every single second that we have.
Absolutely. Sending you lots of love, Ross. Sending you love.
Thank you, Ross.
Kat.
And thank you to all of you viewers as well. Lots of you have been getting in touch. Sarah, Dorothy, Lucille, Stephanie, Sarah and Katie. I just want to read you out Rosemary's, which sort of sums up everybody. I'm totally shocked. Sam was such a lovely, down-to-earth man who was a joy to watch. Incredibly sad news, condolences to his family, and I think anybody that was able to share that enthusiasm and passion for what he did and to translate that through the screen so our viewers can enjoy it, just like we enjoyed interviewing him. Not enough for me and you, of course, is sort of credit to what he did and how passionate he lived his life with such a glint and a smile on his face as well. He will be sadly missed.
Remembering our Hollywood reporter Sam Rubin, who passed away on Friday. We'll be right back after this. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.